Pakistan has had a long and bitter history with our final connection. So, how does it all fit in? Well, we're joined by one of our special Connect the World panellists, or big thinkers as we call them here on the show. Shashi Tharoor was a candidate for UN Secretary General, is now running for India's Parliament. You heard the interview there that Nick Robertson conducted with a Taliban representative. Your thoughts?
Well, I think that the Taliban have pretty outrageous expectations of military success vis-à-vis the Americans, but I think what's more worrying is that they have real prospects of encroaching upon authority in Islamabad. My big worry as an Indian is the increasing Talibanization of political and military authority in Pakistan.
All right, let's talk about those concerns. What are you hearing in Delhi? What is it that Delhi is concerned about? Is it more the creep of what could be a jihadist state, or is it the idea that those who may take over, as it were, if that were the worst case scenario for India, would have their finger on a nuclear button?
Look, we've been conscious for quite some time that whereas in our country the state has an army, in Pakistan the army has a state. They ruled it for the majority of Pakistan's existence, and when they're not directly in power, they're controlling the levers of power behind the civilian authorities. So what we'd like to see, of course, is a different situation there. Instead, we seem to have a weak civilian government with a military that has a large number of elements recruited since the days of General Zia-ul-Haq in the late 70s, who are themselves Islamist in their orientation. We've seen further the actions of the inter-services intelligence coming out of Pakistan, bombing the Indian embassy in Kabul quite recently. There's another connection for you, as well as indeed being responsible apparently for some of the terrorist outrages in my own country, including most recently what happened in Mumbai in November. So all of this, needless to say, worries us. But at least we know that the people on the top of the Pakistani state aren't the ones doing that. If they are replaced by this kind of element, then we're all in very serious trouble.
You're standing for government. Are you speaking as an individual tonight or as a potential parliamentarian in India going forward?
No, I'm speaking very much as an individual, as somebody who's written about these issues and thought about them for some time. And I want to stress that I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody and I haven't seen any classified information. But my concern remains very much the concern of many thinking Indians around the country. We don't want to see Pakistan collapse. We certainly don't want to see Pakistan becoming a Taliban state, a sort of Islamabad version of what we saw in Kabul in the 1990s. That would not be what we'd want to see happen. We'd like them to be secure, prosperous and stable. And right now what we're seeing is anything but any of those three things.
Shashi Tharoor is one of our big thinkers here, as I say, also, we must say, standing for the Indian government at present in the southern state, let's say, of Kerala, a long way away from the issues that we've been talking about tonight. Shashi, we thank you for that.